Let's make gnocchi alla Sorrentina. This is gnocchi that comes from the Sorrento area of Italy. We're going to start by making a sauce with olive oil and a lot of fresh garlic. You do not have to use as much as I use, but I really love that garlic flavor perfumes throughout the sauce. It's so good. I used about 4 very large cloves. You can use as many as you want. If you're not a garlic fan, use less. If you are a garlic fan, use more. You're just going to let it heat in the olive oil until it's warm. And then you're going to add some crushed tomatoes. You're going to let this all simmer while your gnocchi cooks on the stove top. Very important thing that I do want to mention is you want to make sure you're making your sauce in an oven safe pan. Like this cast iron is great because I'm going to pop it directly into a 425 degree oven then to bake with the gnocchi in the sauce, and I don't want to use extra. So you can see my gnocchi is boiling. The gnocchi is done as it starts to float up to the top like you can see here. And then once it's done, I'm going to drain it and I'm going to add it directly into my sauce. I'm going to give it a good toss, and then as soon as it is coated in the sauce, I'm going to add in some cubes of fresh mozzarella. You can add as much or as little as you like. Honestly, if I wasn't making it for you all, I'd be adding way more than what you're going to see here because I am a cheeseaholic and I own that. But I'm adding about 2 ounces of fresh mozzarella cut into cubes. Again, you can totally add more. Also, some freshly shaved Parmesan. Mwah, chef's kiss perfection, would be so good. Once all that cheese is folded in, we're going to lay some fresh mozzarella out across the top. Again, use as much or as little as you like. I'm using about 4 ounces, but you can use more. If I were just making this not to film and not to share with you all, I would be using an entire 8 ounces of fresh mozzarella in here because the cheesier the better. Bake it in the oven until the cheese is all melty, then top it with some fresh basil that you have cut into ribbons. You want to be pretty careful when you cut the fresh basil. You don't want to bruise it. Also, we're not putting the basil in before we bake it because we don't want the basil to get bitter in our sauce. It'll perfume your sauce by adding it at the end. Then I'm gonna plate it and add some freshly shaved Parmesan. Again, you can skip this or you can add more or less to taste. That's it. You are ready to dig in and enjoy a big bite of gnocchi alla Sorrentina. Full recipe, seasonsprinkles.com. Like, follow, subscribe, and comment for more.